Everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm back with a big boy. Yes, it is the DX Don Onitaijin from the Donbrothers toy line. And you're probably saying, man, isn't this thing like 2 months old? You're getting a little late to the game on this one. I know. And the reason it took me over 2 months to get this, because I was being really stubborn, and I really wanted to get the promotional item that came with Don Onitaijin, which is a Don Onitaijin Robitaro gear, which you're probably saying, wait, couldn't you get the Don Onitaijin Gatai sound with the normal Robitaro gears? Yes, because Don Onitaijin's special gear was just a repaint of the Don Momotaro gear. That's a mouthful. And yeah, so just imagine this, but it had Don Onitaijin's face instead of this guy's face. So there's really no difference. It would give you the Don Robitaro sound. So that's pretty much what that would have been. So I'm sorry, Bumblebee123 stop motion. You asked me like a month ago on the Ryuko no Geki video about Don Onitaijin. Yeah, it took me that long to get this guy. But I'm so excited to talk about this big boy, and this is such an awkward thing to film right now. Yeah, so let's get the side. Can't even see it, so I'm gonna just, so yeah, you got that. You got all the Robotaros, you got all 5 of them. Obviously, you got Don Onitaijin, Kaji brother, Inoue brother, Oni sister, Saru brother, and Momotaro. On this back of the back, you get more toy promo pictures. You get the suits up there, more toys. You get its posability, what happens when you put on the helmet. And the abs kind of shows you both. Oh yeah, wait, no, it shows you with the promo. It's like, you put the hat on, you put up the sunglasses, you put the abs on, you get the logo. So, there's that. Taking a quick look at the top, another picture of Don Onitaijin with the 5 Don brothers. On this side, it says 36 centimeters, which means this guy is over a foot tall. And another shot of Don Onitaijin with stuff I can't read. And on the bottom is a picture of just Don Onitaijin by himself. This was such a big awkward box to have to handle, but the artwork on this is gorgeous. Like, oh, this would be a cool poster just to have and hang up somewhere, wouldn't it? Like this is a cool thing. We'll get to the irony of this picture in a little bit. We'll get to the irony of this. But let's get the actual Robitaros out here, and let's actually talk about them. So here are the Robitaros. Yeah, so, you know, let's start with the legs. And when they come in the box, they pretty much come ready to go into Don Onitaijin. Like, you'll see later, but you'll have to put together Saru brother, Robitaro. Oni sister is in her boot mode, which I will show you in a little bit. Kaji brother comes in 2 pieces, along with his tails not being connected, which just are as easy as to pop in and out like that. And same goes for him. And Don Momotaro doesn't have his chest pieces put on. And you just slap that on. Also, obviously, the helmet was also loose. The only funny part I will say, I find this really laughable. The abs got their own bag. So it was just a bag filled with abs. Ab bag. So yeah. So let's start with the feet pieces, and we'll move our way up, and we'll finish off with the big guy himself. We got Oni sister Robitaro, and she has no articulation. You can move her feet like that. You can move this butt flap. I don't know, what do you want to call that? You can move that. Nothing in the arms. Well, she can, oh, I'm sorry, she can, that's what she can do. She can fly away. That's the best she can do. She has head movement, which is neat, but that's pretty much Oni Sister. I do love this design, though. Like, Oni Sister Robitaro, like, I want an articulated version of this suit because it looks awesome. Like, got all this nice bronze paint and everything. And, like, rivets. And just get a closer look at that head sculpt. Like, I love the horns and everything. And, you get the head hole. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, unless you want to count that as a head articulation. Just... that is her. Which the other leg is obviously Inoue Robitaro. Which he has the Donbrothers logo on him. On both sides. And I found out something. All the joints are the pink clear plastic. I just twisted my words. And the little pegs are yellow. So I guess they're from the same mold as the Oni Sister parts. But Inoue Brother, if I had to say a few complaints I actually do have with these mecha, I wish Kaji Brother and I wish Inoue Brother had opening mouths. Like, I could see why Saru Brother doesn't. I could see why Oni Sister doesn't. I know why Don Robitaro do. But it's like, I do wish you could open up, like, Kaji Robotaro and Inoue Robitaro's mouths. But, as I guess the articulation you'd want. You can get him to run, or, like, lay down, or have his legs fly off. So, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. He lost his other leg. It flew off camera. Okay. They're just that easy to put on, which, I guess if you want to count this as tail articulation, it's not really. Yeah, and or if you want to have him, I guess, walk like a cryptid or something, if you really want him to be, like, bipedal. He's not supposed to do this, but you can do it. So, yeah. No head articulation or anything, which is kind of a bummer. Like I said, like, I could see why, but I wish, at least the jaw. That's what I really want. But I love the gold. The blue looks, honestly, pops a lot. I like it. Next up, we got the arms of Don Onitaijin. And that is Saru Brother. Obviously, this is where the abs go. So he also has the abs. I love the face of Saru Robitaro, which his head is on a ball joint, as you can see. So it's like, he can look all sorts of ways. Or you could pop it off. The only thing... So, yeah, his arms are obviously Don Onitaijin's arms, so he gets a whole articulation, so I guess I'll just show it off now. You get the biceps that are going to go all the way around, ball-jointed hands, opening and closing hands, and if you look, there's little pegs for the sword, and I'll show that off in a little bit. And, yeah, so you can really pose these however you want. You can get him to pound his chest if you really want to. You're probably asking, why am I only using with the one arm? Because if you use this arm, which I get it. I get to what happens. And honestly, if you pose it right, you can get this, because the head's connected to this arm. So, like, if you pose it right, like, you can get, like, this arm up if you pose it right. Like, if you really wanted to. Like, that doesn't look too bad, honestly. Like, so it can work because of the ball joint. It's just, if you want to go, like, if you want him to do, like, a double chest pound, like King Kong or something, the head's not gonna stay on the torso. Which is kind of a bummer, but, you know, only so much you can do. Like, honestly, something I want to say is, you can really tell that these Robitaro, like, single forms sacrifice everything to be Don Onitaijin. Like, you can tell. And, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Honestly, the detailing's pretty cool. Like, I like the fur. It's, like, kind of weird, and the texture of the plastic's kind of weird. But, you know, what are you going to do? Like, you got that picked out in paint for some reason. Got holes in his feet. And tabs. That is him. Next up, I guess, is Kaji Robotaro, and he's a bird. He can... He's coming in, and he can move his head up and down, and if he really wanted to, he could move out to the side, but that's more for transformation. And do wings open and close, so if you really wanted to do that. And that's pretty much Kaji Robotaro. I like the pink they used. I think the pink is really cool. I love the clear plastic. I think the swords look really cool as its tail. If you really want this to stand up anywhere and not just be like flat on the floor, you're gonna have to get a stand. It does not come with a stand. I tried it with some stands I own, which were the Tamashii Nation stands. They are not sturdy enough to hold him. He is too heavy for them, and the claw doesn't fit around him. Maybe if you have a different type, I don't remember which version of the Tamashii Nation stand I have, but they do not work for Kaji Brother. There's also like no ports or anything, so. So, let's get to the big guy. Momotaro. Robitaro. And, this guy's fun. Obviously, like, let's just look at him. You have the two little things. You got the clear plastic for where the logo is going to be. Like, look at that head sculpt. I love how this head sculpt looks. I like that it has that, still like that samurai look. And, the top knot. I like that, like, the top knot stays for all of Momotaro's forms. Like I said, this is just another thing of just sacrificing stuff for the, like, the combo mode, which obviously he has a waist, so yeah, that can move. Nothing. This is all he can do with his arms. He has all this head articulation. All of that. That's it for the arms. Like I said, sacrifices everything. And here is where Bandai messed up. So, you can't move these. So, as you saw in the box, he cannot sit. This is as far out as he can kick, which means that's as far as Don Onitaijin can kick. He has pretty good knees. He can go back a decent amount, but because they put these skirts, he can't go out at all. Like, there's no in or out movement. Like, this is where it stays. Which, yes, that is the most leg articulation we've seen on a Sentai mech. In the main lines, like, I'm not counting Soul Chogokin, but like standard DX mecha lines, they usually don't have this much leg articulation. Like, later I have examples that I will bring in to show, and we will show those off in a minute. But yeah, no. That's cool, though. You can rotate it, or pop it off. Never mind, you can't rotate it. I just popped it off. That's the first time I've done that, but it should pop just right back on. There it goes. There he is. And that is pretty much Robitaro. Which obviously, like I showed earlier, you have his like thruster. And there is just like a standard figure they released of this in the Change Hero series, but I don't know, I didn't feel like getting it. Honestly, a lot of people don't like how the DX version looks, but I honestly like it a lot. I think I just like weird proportions like this. They're funny to me. Like, I love the big upper torso. I knocked over Oni's sister. And with the little baby legs. Like, he has, like, no feet. And I get why, but yeah, no, I find it funny. So, I honestly do really I like how all the Robitaros look. I think they all look really cool. So, let's bring in a few examples. Here's the, Super Mini Pla Don Momotaro Alter. Yeah, he's not big compared to him. Here is their other mecha, Don Zenkaio. Ow. Oh no. Oh god, this is... Oh, don't show that yet. Put that back on. Yeah, he is taller than Don Zenkaio, which is kind of funny. And, here's another example. Here is Kiramajin. He's a small boy. I have other examples, but I will show them off with Don Onitaijin. Let's get this transformation going. Let's start off with Oni's sister Robitaro, which hers is super easy. You twist her head, and you see that little channel. You slide it, and you shove her head down. Then you just collapse these little bits in. You flip up her legs, flip down that heel, and you got Don Onitaijin's first boot. There's his first boot. And this is where Inoue Brother comes in. Obviously, you just kind of flip that. His is like way easier to do. So you move that leg back. Oh, guess I didn't click it all the way back. Oh, his legs didn't want to work. So yeah, there you go. You get the legs in the right position and it works perfectly. Honestly, he's like the quickest to, if you don't pop his legs off. His legs off don't pop off this easily usually. It's just me trying to move things along. So yeah, he is like really easy to do. And like I showed earlier, he has that ankle pivot and a toe movement. And then there are his boots. So let's get Don Momotaro, take off the helmet from the back. And this is where you will fold these back, fold this arm up, fold that back, and fold the other one up, so that is exactly the same. Flip down his little toes, and just shove it in there. Which, that's a tight connection and a satisfying, that's a satisfying click. So like, to put these guys on, and Oni's sister works the same way. And now all you can see is his crotch. Let me readjust. He's a big boy. He is a really big boy. Next up, let's bring in Saru Brother, which he will take off his abs. And you move this over to the shoulder, move the head up that way, and you just rip him in half. And you kind of just move those up, and you move the arms, position them like this. So yeah, just twist the arms around, position them right, move that back foot up, and you see these little pegs, you see those clips, and just slap it in there, and you got one shoulder of Don Onitaijin in. And let's get this one in. Check out that. Because on the box they were showing how important the abs are, we will do that in a little bit. Let's get Kaji Brother in here. Take off his tail feathers, which I'm realizing I didn't get in shot, so let's just see. They go in super easy, come out super easy. And much like Saru Brother, just split him in half. But unlike Saru Brother, sandwich these two pieces together, and sandwich these two pieces together. And let me try to show this without causing too much chaos. Oh geez, he fell. He fell on his butt. He is too massive. He is a big boy. You see these like clips. You see the back of Saru Brother's feet. And you clamp that on. And you move Kaji Brother's head down to the shoulder. And much like the first verse, this one does the same clips. Go to the back of Sorrow Brothers' foot. And clip that in. And there is that. Now, just put those down for now. And let's get the finishing touches in here. Let me zoom in on that chest. And if you lift this up, and if you see this little part, like under here, if you push that up, that's what actually pushes the logo up. So like that's what the abs are holding into place for the logo to show up. But you form the abs. Like the first time I watched Don Onitaijin show up in Donbrothers, I'm like, man, could you imagine if that was in Voltron and just like form feet and legs, form arms and body, and all form the abs. Yeah. I don't know why that's so satisfying to do. It just is, just to you know, place the abs there and just go. Then you've got the Donbrothers logo, which looks pretty sweet. Let's go higher so you can see his magnificent noggin. And you can start to put the helmet on. And this is really cool too. So you put the helmet on this way, screws to the back, and you slide it on. And there he is. That is the full look for Don Onitaijin. That I love. I love that little effect. And I hopefully will be able to get it into the shot. But I will back him up a little bit. But you can put the swords in. See, there's little holes. You can put the swords in to that. And you will now see just how big he really is. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the swords in shot. Like it is tall. Like that is a big boy. Like, this is a big robot. Like he is a hefty boy. Like, this is awesome. Like, say what you want, believe what you want. If you don't like this robot, good, you can go live without it. Like, I love how this looks. He has great articulation. Like, if you move the foot back, you can obviously do that. And he has all the articulation, so if you really, you know, just move that back so you can compensate for the head. So you can do his little punches that he does with the gorilla arms. Is it like the heavenly gorilla barrage or something like that? You know, you can go in for that. He obviously has the same elbows and as Sorrow Brother. So let's get the swords in here, you know, so they aren't off screen. If you look at the swords, there's little holes. And if you put them into those tabs I showed you earlier, they will snugly fit in there. They will fit in, I swear. Okay, there it is. There's that one. And there. Okay, take your swords. Take your swords, man. Take them, please. And you got him with his swords, which that looks really cool as well. And again, his arm articulation really does help with that, obviously. So, you know, you can also do his one pose that he does after he defeats the monster. And so, as you know, because you can't sit down, he can't sit. They are releasing a new version of the Robitaro, so he can actually sit. And he's coming with a chair and everything, which is kind of cool. So I will probably pick that up because honestly, I'd love to have a display with Don Onitaijin like, in his chair and everything, and it's even coming with, like, the fan. Like, I'd love to have that. But, you know, let's just show off his leg articulation, even though I showed you earlier. You can go back, you can go up that much, you can go back that much. So, you know, you can do a little bit of a walk downtown. Like, his back has, like, a weird... I don't know what the hell that was about. Everything looks okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. He has clips on his butt. And, got a nice tight knee. Like, he's very sturdy, might I add. I would say it's because of the ratchets and everything, but he is sturdy. He is a sturdy boy. Obviously, the ankles. So, honestly, if you wanted to, you could try to get him in some kind of, like, battle stance if you wanted to put the swords back in, with his legs in different positions. But again, without the full leg articulation, like, literally, if they just made this skirt movable and gave you maybe a hinge right here, it would be perfectly fine. But it's because they had to do the skirts like this. So, at least Bandai admits they effed up and, like, they actually are gonna make a new one where he has more posability. But then people have the complaint of, well, shouldn't have that been in the toy originally? The answer is yes, it obviously should have, but, you know, at least they're giving you a way to fix it, because, like, how many times do we get, like, Transformers or something that you get third-party sets for? Like, you know what I mean? So why not for Don Onitaijin get an official thing to fix it, you know? Like, you know, like, how long has that been happening? Like, third parties or, like, unofficial companies making upgrade sets for things. So why can't the official toy manufacturer do it? Like, again, I just love how this guy looks with all 5 of the with all 5 of their heads. Like, again, just that head sculpt is powerful. Just absolutely, like, God, I'm glad he has this kind of head articulation, because that's just amazing. I love this guy. So, let's bring back our comparisons. There is Don Momotaro Alter from Mini-Pla again. Alright. Let me bring back... I don't know if Kiramajin, will he make it into the shot? He will. There's Kiramajin. And now let's dwarf his older brother, Don Zenkaio. Like, this guy is, like, big. And this is only the base mecha. This is the main 5. And he's this big. It's amazing. Alright. Here's another... Oh, God, I knocked the camera trying to bring this guy in. Kishi Ryuo? Here, in a random formation. Like, this is just how I have him displayed at the moment. There is Kishi Ryuo. He is still taller than Kishi Ryuo. So yeah, let's make way for more comparisons. I got also Ryuteo from Q Ranger. He's still bigger. Like, I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm trying to find something that's bigger than him. I really am not, but it's just kind of funny to just see, like, I keep pulling out these big objects, and it keeps being bigger than it. So, might as well bring in Breaking Mammoth. Still taller. And for Transformers fans like myself, here's Abominus from Power of the Primes. Still taller. And you know what? I decided maybe I should find something that, like, scales decently with him. Let's see, what in my collection could I have to scale with Don Onitaijin? Something that, like, you know, I could pose him next to and it would look pretty funny. Or pretty cool. So I had to bring nothing else but Castle Grayskull. Which, if I go to the tip of his sword, he is taller than. Like, if you go by his head, Castle Grayskull is taller. If you go by his swords, he's taller. That's so funny to me. This thing is as big as a playset. It's kind of amazing. And I know, like, size shouldn't make the toy. It should be the quality of the toy. But it's just so funny, like, how big this is. Like, this has to be, like, one of the biggest, like, main mech ever, right? And it looks so cool. And so size isn't everything. It's playability factor, the nice posing. And yes, I know the legs are a bummer. I get it. I'm bummed about the legs too. But it's like he still has the articulation like never before. And it just kind of allows you to just, like, you know, figure out what you can do. And overall, I think he just looks so cool. He's just such a presence. Like, from, like, whether you want him with the swords up like this or in his hands. Like, just, Don Onitaijin demands presence. Like, he is a big boy, and there's a reason he was, like, the top-selling toy in, like, on, like, at least Amazon Japan. Like, every time I went to go look at Don Onitaijin, when I went to go buy it, I think he was still at, like, one of the #1 toys for, like, in, like, the boys aisle or something like that. I don't remember. Like, but this guy even won an award for just how cool and amazing of a toy he is. He deserves that praise. Like, I know it's, like, I'm late to this train, but, like, he's just so cool. Like, I can't recommend this guy enough. The fact that I got mine for maybe $50. Yeah, I'm not counting in shipping, because he's a big boy. Shipping was expensive. But, I don't know, man. I'm just so happy to have him. Oh god, I popped his leg off. I will fix that in a minute. So, like, I don't know, what do you guys think of Don Onitaijin? I really like this guy. If you can get him, I can highly recommend him. And he can tower over everything. Don Onitaijin owns my house now. like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just because the show's hitting as hard as it is. Like, the theming I just love. I love all the toys so far. This guy is just, like, almost a crowning jewel. And we just got Toradora Gojin, which I don't own yet, but they combine. So he gets bigger. Somehow he gets bigger. I'm blown away. I'm just so blown away by this guy. I love the abs. Like, I can go about everything I like about this guy for hours. But, yeah, no. So, sorry if this was a long one, but honestly, Don Onitaijin deserves it because he's just that cool. But, what do you guys think? Do you guys like Don Onitaijin? Which one of is your, like, favorite Robitaro? Whether it be as a suit or as, like, the toy. If we're going toy-wise, like, if we're not counting Don Onitaijin, Sorrow Brother might be my favorite. He's just my favorite to pose around. That's probably because he has the arms, so he has, like, the most articulation I can mess around with. But, messing with Don Robitaro actually isn't that bad either. Design-wise, I love Oni's sister. Oni's sister, I like her suit. That's why I really want a posable one. But overall, I like this guy a lot. High recommends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was worth the wait. I don't think anyone was actually waiting because, you know, there's like 50 other people who probably already covered Don Onitaijin. But I just need to talk about him. I just needed to talk about him because he's just that cool. But I'm gonna go. So, until whatever I do next, bye.